Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to everybody. We all are here at the online platform for the International E-Conference organized by Shri Kumarswami College, Ausa. On behalf of the college and organizing committee, I heartily greet all the honorable dignitaries, participants and delegates here for the International E-Conference. As you know very well, the college Sri Kumarswami College Ausa conducts many innovative activities. Webinar series and the international conferences are the part of it. The college Sri Kumarswami College Ausa is run by Sri Mahanta Swami Shikshan Prasarak Mandal Ausa, and the college is affiliated to Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathwada University, Nanded in Maharashtra, India. The activities are possible due to the chief organizer and honorable principal Dr. M. Ambedkar sir. He is the presiding authority of today's international e-conference. I welcome you, sir, as the presiding authority of this international e-conference. Today I am feeling immense pleasure to welcome international chief guest and keynote speaker, Honorable Dina El-Ghanam ma'am from Cairo, Egypt. On behalf of the organizing committee and the college, I heartily greet you, ma'am, as the chief guest and keynote speaker. Today we are feeling honored to have the session chair, Honorable Dr. Aditi R. Khandelwal ma'am, who is an associate professor at IIS deemed to be university. On behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome you, ma'am, as the session chair of this international e-conference. And now, before the beginning of the actual keynote speech by the keynote speaker, I would like to invite Honorable Principal Dr. M. Ambedkar sir for his introductory speech. Please, sir, welcome.
Thank you, Professor Thank you, Professor Karad sir. We are happy that our resource person Dina madam will have joined here for the international conference as a keynote speaker on the topic storytelling hobby to a professional aspect. From last few international conferences she have attended, and we requested her to invited her to join as a keynote speaker. So she accepted our invitation and joined here. We are eager to listen from her on this topic in the international conference. I welcome to the session chair also Dr. Aditi madam and all the participants joined from India and abroad. I am handovering this. I welcome all of you, and thank you, Professor Kara sir. You can announce today's request today's resource person, madam. Thank you.
Today, we all are very eager to listen the keynote speech by the honorable speaker. The topic of the today's international e-conference is a storytelling hobby to professional aspect. I request the keynote speaker, please, you can start your keynote speech.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Barakshi. Thank you, Dr. Victor, for inviting me to your honorable session today for the International Conference. Actually, it would be my first time to present my story as a professional one, as being executive assistant in International Water Management Institute, which is INGO Institute for Water Management and Research. In general, I would not speak about my professional, what I'm doing right now, especially in the water management in MENA region, but I will speak about how I turned my hobby from the procurement or the logistics from a personal hobby that I used to do when I was a kid or when I was 12 years old by coincidence, and how through my years I turned it to be a professional a professional aspect or a professional career to me. Okay, I'm just a normal girl from Egypt. I was a translator, actually a legal translator, my past career in translation and in English literature plus linguistics, which is a way different from my career right now. And at the same time, I was handling personal social activities with my friends on a private way, handling travels inside Egypt, not outside, just handling outings and etc. They all turned to me for asking, Dina, we need to arrange so and so, and it's okay, just on a personal. And I discovered myself to exploit my hobby when after my college, as I was working in the real estate sector, which is a way different right now, from a legal translator to business management. Through work day to day, I discovered myself a lot that I would be good on management aspects, because it's not a hobby, it's related to my personal skills or my characteristics in general. I turned from translation to business, getting some diploma, getting some courses to discover how to arrange and management that business aspects in general. And I began to take that matter seriously through studying DMB or taking the project management professional international certificate, and that allowed me to start working in the development sector or the NGO and UN field. And when through my study and through my networking, I get my work as as executive assistant in the operational department, and just it's all about management and administrative management. And one day, it was actually 4 years ago, when some of my colleagues get absent of getting ill. He apologized of not arranging some urgent event or current event, and I volunteered to make it instead of him. And they told me, it's okay, we have to make it, just do it, Dina. And I do it perfectly, more than the colleague specialized itself. And because we are all from the Eastern communities, and the Eastern community has a specialized eye on girls that okay, at final you would get married and have children and etc. It was at least 10 years ago, but through the current decades or current event worldwide, especially after the Arab Spring and the revolutions on the solid or concrete ideas regarding girls, I began to not getting a award, but need more efforts to prove myself that okay, I'm a girl, okay, I'm a girl from Eastern country, from Middle East, from Egypt, from exact background, stereotyping me in just a same shape. No, I get a revolution on all of that. No, don't stereotype me. I'm just a girl, ambitious one, need to take all that borders, take all that stereotyping, all that solid shape on me, and I will do something I prefer or I'm happy. And what is I'm happy in management, and what I'm happy in arranging travels in general. And after that event, that the Western people or the other people managing me, European one, Dina, you have something, you have power, we would invest in you, we would, that invest would be back to us. And I and I was at least 28 years old, and I decided to shift all that my career in business, in real estate, in administrative, or whatever before in legal translation, to procurement logistics for travels in general, and to be in charge of deal with regional people or international worldwide persons from all over the world, and have set events all over the world in Africa, in Middle East, in Asia, even in Europe, and in charge of at least 40 to 50 or 60 persons from all over the world, different nationalities, different in different policies or political aspects for traveling here and there, and especially in Middle East, which we are all watching and seeing what happens exactly. So it was a big, not difficulty, but a challenge. Yani I take all that as a challenge. So I began to study, I began to work, I began to listen more and get my experience through listening to different people with backgrounds. And especially when I have different regional offices related to EMI or International Water Management Institute in Sri Lanka, where is headquarters, and in India as well, in Anand and in New Delhi, and in Tashkent, in Myanmar, in Pakistan as well. Yani, where is that area or region in the world? I have not so much experience in dealing with the culture, because I know that culture from cinema, from films, from storytelling from persons, and I started to travel those areas. Actually, I traveled to Sri Lanka and Thailand so far for business and of course for having some fun there. And I did a lot of experience working with respectable persons like me in different regions. Especially in Africa, day by day, I started to love my work day by day, because it's a hobby or personal hobby for myself, and at the same time it enabled me to gain experience from different culture, different background, different genders, different races, yani that enhance my personality more and more, and day by day. So it's a kind of storytelling from a normal girl with English, with background in English literature and the translation, then to real estate, to administration, project administration in NGO, and then logistics and travel arrangement for international events worldwide. That's in brief about my story. Yeah. Okay. So, any inquiries, any questions, any inquiry how I shifted from SOA regarding courses, a supported person for me? Yeah, I'm happy to hear all of you. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir. Good evening, ma'am. Wonderful presentation, and good evening, all the organizing committee. Really a kind of a collaboration what we are having with such a great resource persons. Yes, definitely the storytelling is one of the very important aspects of learning and teaching. So TL's tools, what we are talking about. I belong to medical field. Usually we ask them to present a case, and it is like a story only, how the complaints have started, how they have progressed, and how they have developed. Now what you can think about this? So, usually we are giving the background of environment, socio-economical conditions, and so many aspects in our case taking. So I think storytelling has a great meaning. Instead of passively telling them, read this condition, hypertension, or read this condition, diabetes mellitus. Instead of that, if you are putting
Hello,
elaborate on. Hello,
Dr.
am
Swanan.
I audible? Yeah, please.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Not
Hello,
audible, sir.
Dr. Swanan. I lost you for 2 minutes because of internet connection or something. Can you please, yeah, can you please address your inquiry to me again to respond to you? Dr. Swanand. Yeah, okay. I think Dr. Swanand was talking about the background experience or on economic and political issues that يعني surrounding me for يعني applying my career goals or future goals for so is that his inquiry? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, يعني just a storytelling. It's a kind to how to frame your story in a professional way. For me, for example, I have to set the points I need to discuss about it. Okay, in a hierarchy way. From scratching as a normal gear, as graduating from faculty and etc. Step by step, with highlighting on some background like social aspects, like political of the background, like who helped me as to have a subsider's point to each point step by step. And by the way, it is my first time for that storytelling for me, and I think it would be a good chance for me to get advanced for the next time. Next times, yeah.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Because storytelling is one of the very important tool in teaching and learning. So wonderfully, what I got from your this description is, there should be a structure of the storytelling. So yes, definitely we will follow that structure. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The pleasure is mine, sir.
Now, is there anybody who wants to ask any information from the honorable speaker? Do you have any question? The delegates and participants can take part in the discussion, please. Thank you, honorable speaker, for your information, which was very valuable on the topic.
Yeah, most welcome.
Storytelling, hobby to professional aspect.
Yeah.
Now, after this informative speech, I would like to invite today's session chair, Honorable Dr. Aditi R. Khandelwal ma'am, an associate professor from IIS deemed to be university, for her concluding remarks. Please, ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. So it is my honor to be the session chair in the international conference organized by Shri Kumarswami Vidyalaya, Latur. The keynote speaker for the today, Miss Dina El-Ghanam, she talked about a very important aspect in teaching and learning, which is a storytelling hobby to a professional aspect. So yes, I think it's a very, very important and a very effective tool when it comes to teaching and learning. Because if we just deliver a lecture in the class, I think the students cannot really connect with it, and the retention of that thing is also very less. I come from the Department of Commerce and Management, and I typically, generally teach marketing. And in marketing, it's all about examples. And whenever the examples are in way of storytelling, the students always remember them. So whenever we read the answer copies of the students, we can see that the cases, the stories that we discussed in the class, the students have actually written that. So, ma'am really discussed the topic very, very well, and she did share with us the problems that she had in her, life. Obviously, there are so many things happening in our personal life, and then we have to also cope up with our professional demands that we have. And having said that, we also have studied so much that we don't feel that either of the part of our life should overpower the other one. So our career should also go alongside with our family responsibilities. So very well said, ma'am. And yes, I think when somebody travels all over from Egypt to Sri Lanka and to Africa, so there is a lot of experience that you gain from, because obviously the cultures are so different. The everyday life, I think, with the culture, when you start living somewhere and when you get exposed to the cultures, there are so many different things that you learn all through the process. So, in the end, I would like to congratulate ma'am for having delivered such an amazing and eye-opening session for all of us. My thanks are definitely due to Dr. Bedkar sir, who's the
Can,
convener
can,
of.
can I say something before closing?
Yes.
I need to add some before closing, okay?
Yeah, I think with the permission of Bedkar sir.
Yeah. Just you need to say life is an adventure. Don't tackle it on precise on your shoulders. Just try to keep on track for your goals and your life sides. And with dedication, you will set your goals and achievements. Yeah.
Perfectly said, ma'am. I think the best closing remarks. So yes, continuing with my formal thanks. My thanks are due to Bedkar sir definitely, and the convener of the conference, Professor Karad sir, and Swanand sir asked an amazing question: the application of storytelling in medical field. So I think for all the listeners, for all the participants, this has been a very, very good session. And thank you, Bedkar sir. I hope you'll keep organizing such kind of sessions in the future as well. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Aditi ma'am, for your
Yes.
valuable opinion on the topic and for adding more information to today's topic of the International E-Conference. Thank you very much. Now, at
Thank you.
the end, I would like to invite Honorable Principal Dr. M. Bedkar, sir, who is the Chief Organizer of this International E-Conference, for his concluding speech. Please, sir.
Of course, it would be always my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your concluding speech. Now, at the end of this international e-conference, I am here on behalf of the organizing committee, Shri Kumarswami College, Ausa, for formal vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank today's chief guest and keynote speaker, Honorable Dina Al-Ghanam ma'am, who has spared her precious time to deliver a lecture on the topic a storytelling hobby to professional aspect. On behalf of the organizing committee and all delegates, I extend my sincere thanks to you. I also thank Dr. Aditi ma'am, who is today's session chair, and she made very useful comments on today's topic, which will be helpful for the students and delegates. So thank you, ma'am. And I thank the chief organizer and honorable principal, Dr. M. Betkar, sir, because of whom we are able to talk on different topics and different subjects, and we can gain and enrich knowledge because of the international e-conferences. I also thank Dr. Swanand Shukla, sir, for taking active part in the discussion. And I thank all the participants and delegates who regularly join our program, maybe webinar or maybe international e-conference or national conference. So I thank all the delegates for their participation. And before closing today's international e-conference, I would like to request participants to fill feedback link to have your certificates. And with the kind permission of chief organizer, I declare here that today's conference is over. Thanks to all. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Thank you so much for your time and letting me the chance to and your interest in my story. And hope to meet you again and again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Victor, for your insistence in me. And sorry for any inappropriate times and etc. Thank you so much for your time and efforts. Indeed. Okay. Of course, of course, of course. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And let we contact all the time here, LinkedIn and WhatsApp, and all the time. And it would be my pleasure to see your all international conference and participate in it يعني, if needed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Namaste. 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 Bye bye. Bye bye.